lived in America for over 7 years now, and I still can't order KFC without causing confusion. A few weeks back, I asked for a breast piece of chicken and a bottle of water at the drive-thru. They couldn't understand me. Pulled up to the window, same problem. Even tried my dodgy fake American accent and ended up leaving empty-handed out of frustration. Turns out water is just one of over 20 words that Aussies and Americans say completely differently. If you're Australian, you'll feel my pain. And if you're American, you're about to understand why we sometimes look at you like you're speaking a completely different language.
You better take cover.
We've got Aussie cities, everyday objects, and one word that literally is on our coat of arms, which Americans accidentally turn into a cow sound. So let's start with some city names and work our way up to the absolute corkers.
It's not pronounced Melbourne, it's pronounced Melbourne. Melbourne.
Oh, like there's no R.
He has no
sound.
R in it.
It's Melbourne. We basically swallow the middle bit, like 2 syllables. Done and dusted. Americans use 4 syllables for what we knock out in 2. That's efficiency, I'll give them that. Now, Brisbane.
Spent like 2 weeks in Brisbane and I really liked it.
If you're an Aussie, it's Brisbane. But Americans turn it into Brisbane like it's some sort of poison. But here's where it gets truly chaotic. Cairns. Now, this is the Mount Everest of Australian pronunciation.
I want to say Cairns, but it is Cairns.
They see an R and it's like a compulsion. I must roll this. Mate, the R is silent. It's just vibing there. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's Cairns. Rhymes with plans. 1 syllable, that's it. And then there's Canberra, our actual capital city. So we say Canberra, Americans say Canberra, like there's a bear living in Parliament House. I've been there. There's none. Trust me.
Peter Harvey, Canberra.
Aussie. It's Aussie like Ozzy Osbourne. But Americans say
Aussie.
It rhymes with saucy. And there's a kicker. Even after an Australian has just said it correctly, Americans will immediately go, oh yeah,
Aussie.
YouTube. Now this one's personal because I'm losing this battle with my own house. It's YouTube, like a tube, a cylinder. But my kids, fully infected by American pronunciation, say YouTube.
Dad, go away, I'm watching YouTube.
No, mate, it's YouTube. But honestly, I'm giving up. I think they've won. I'm a cranky old dad yelling at clouds on this one. Herb. Now, the H ends at the start. It's not silent. Herb.
If you say herb, you're sounding like an American.
There's actually linguistic history here. Old French pronunciation, but still the H is staring right at you. Caramel. Americans say caramel like they're talking about a town in California.
It's caramel.
Caramel.
It's caramel.
You're objectively wrong. It's caramel.
It's caramel. Although, and I hate admitting this, caramel does actually roll off the tongue easier. Doesn't make it right, but I understand the appeal. And again, my kids are starting to say it caramel now too. I'm like, guys, what are you doing?
Did you eat all my caramel candies, Dad?
Now let's talk names, and this is where it gets interesting. Megan. Everywhere else in the world, it's Megan. Simple, straightforward. But back home, we say Megan. And I know what you're thinking. Mate, you're the one saying it wrong. And you know what? You're probably right. We've been saying it that way for so long that when I hear Megan, I'm looking around like, who the hell is Megan? Oh, you mean Megan? Here's the thing though. English is an absolute bastard of a language. It's borrowed from everyone. Follows no consistent rules. And half the time, no one's actually right anyway. We're all just making educated guesses at these things. Now, take the name Graham, for example. We say Graham, 2 syllables, use all the letters.
And there are lots of Americans who still pronounce it that way, but there are also lots of Americans who pronounce it Graham so that it rhymes with this.
Now, I could get cranky about the missing syllable, but honestly, after Megan and Megan, I've lost the moral high ground here anyway. Craig's another beauty. Craig in Australia. It rhymes with vague. But Americans will say Craig.
It's Craig. How do y'all say it? Craig? Craig? It's Craig.
Like they're naming a Viking warrior. Craig the Destroyer. We'll see you now. And I'll admit, Craig does sound significantly tougher than Craig. And then there's Aaron, which is how we say Aaron. Americans say Aaron. same as the girl's name. So you've got blokes named Aaron walking around America getting called by what Aussies considered a Sheila's name.
Iron, the iron. What? Iron, the iron.
No,
Aaron earned an iron. Iron, iron.
dummy. Earn, and iron.
Aaron. The poor bloke's just trying to get through his day, regardless of how you say it. So let's talk about the word that started this whole video, water.
Yeah, I'll just get a water.
A what?
A water.
A what now?
A water.
What did she say?
Now, this is my KFC nemesis. Water, 2 syllables. But depending on where you are in America, you'll hear water or water.
Water. The primary stress is on the first syllable, so make sure you make it a little longer. Water. Water.
Or about 15 regional variations that my Aussie brain just cannot process at drive-thrus. And look, I've got my accent, they've got theirs, but this is the one word that still trips me up after 7 years. Let's talk about emu. Emu, our big bird that's on our coat of arms. Now, Americans say emu like it's a cow sound. Now, I'm giving a lot of blame to that insurance company for this one. They've trained an entire nation to say moo.
And Doug.
Hey, Limu. How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance? Oh, what? I'm an emu! No, buddy, it's a filter. Only pay for what you need.
It's emu, but the insurance ads have won this battle. Boy. Now, we say boy, and it comes from the word buoyant, right? But Americans say buoy. And I guess in some ways it makes more sense. Buoy is actually closer to the original Dutch buoy. So, fair play, America. You've got the historical receipts on this one. Data. The internal debate. Is it data or is it data?
Pretty sure it's data. Pretty sure it's data. Data.
So I'm on team data, but this one's genuinely a draw. Both have valid linguistic roots. Although if you say data around me, I might raise an eyebrow. Just a small one though. Duty. So Aussies say duty, and yeah, I hear it. Americans say duty, which also sounds pretty unfortunate.
Duty.
Neither of us are really winning this battle. Let's just move on before it gets more awkward. Antarctica. There's 2 T's in Antarctica, but Americans often say Antarctica. Like the first T is silent. Now, consonant clusters get simplified all the time, but I'm still going to pronounce both T's because it's the coldest continent on Earth and it deserves that full treatment, right? Vehicle.
So I say the word vehicle, like that lane is for emergency vehicles.
You'll hear some Americans say vehicle with a hard H. I genuinely have no idea where that comes from, but English pronunciation rules are more like suggestions anyway. And hey, we're all just doing our best. And finally, tuna. So we pronounce it like a chew, like a train, choo-choo. Here comes the tuna train. Americans say tuna.
This is me if I were Australian and I ordered a bad tuna sandwich.
One tuna sandwich?
Oh no.
Now, I'll be completely honest. Tuna makes way more phonetic sense to me. But we've been saying tuna for so long that tuna sounds a little bizarre to my ears. It's the fish that goes choo-choo, apparently. So we're the weird ones on this one. Remember when I said English is an absolute bastard of a language? This is exactly what I meant. It's stolen from everyone, follows no consistent rules, and has more exceptions than actual patterns. So whether you say water or water, tuna or tuna, we're all just trying to do our best with the linguistic chaos that we've inherited. If you enjoyed this cultural deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures from an Aussie living in the south of the US of A. From food and culture to linguistic disasters like this one. And let me know in the comments what pronunciation differences drive you insane. Hooroo, mateys.